Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 11. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Hairil Trisuryana and then Ainun Hayatun. The last one is Nina Nurjaman. We are talking about relative clauses and adverb clauses. For the first material will be explained by Ainun Hayatun.
Thank you, Surya. Explain what is relative clauses. Relative clauses is typically a clause that modifies the noun or noun phrase and use some grammatical device to indicate that one of the arguments within the relative clause has the same difference as the noun or noun phrase. And relative clauses are divided into two, namely restrictive relative clauses and non-restrictive relative clauses. Let's discuss them one by one. Restrictive relative clauses are often also known as a defining clause, provide this information that describe the noun, for example, important information complete the identification of a noun. You can use that or which for non-human nouns and use that or who for human nouns. Usually, also in this sentence is not used comma. And next, which includes relative pronouns are first, who, used to refer to human object. This pronoun is used to replace the subject noun or pronouns. For example, he, we, they. Second, whom, also used to refer to human object. This pronoun is used to replace the object nouns or pronouns. For example, he, her, us, and them. And three, whose. Besides who and whom, there is whose, which is also used to refer to human objects. These pronouns are used to replace possessive nouns or pronouns. For example, his, hers, our, and theirs. Fourth, that can be used to refer to living objects such as humans, animals, and plants, and can also be used to replace inanimate objects. And 5. Which has unique characteristic. Why? Which can be the subject or object, can be used with non-restrictive relative clauses, and can also be used with restrictive relative clauses, although most people don't like to use it. And next, Nina Nurjaman.
Thank you, Ainun. The use of relative pronouns can be used as a subject or object in a sentence, so that you don't get confusion. Let's look at example below. Relative pronouns as subject. Number 1, I like the person who has nice to me. And then I had the dog that bit me. And then I'm moving to loose lake, which is where the Muhammad Ali Museum is. And the relative pronoun as object. 1. The dog that you like is up for adoption. 2. My room, your son was recently bought an ice cream shop. And the last, I like the bike that my father gave me. The words in both are relative clauses. Type of relative clauses. A. Recognize relative clauses are often known as a defining clause. Provide information that describes a noun. We can use that or which for non-human nouns and use that or who for human nouns. Usually, also in this sentence is not used comma. For example, I like the paintings that hang in the SISB North lobby. And then I like the painting which hang in the SISB North lobby. And then students usually feel well in my class. And then students whose grades are low can drop one test score. Next,
Yeah, next will be explained by me. Type of relative clause. A non-restrictive clause is a clause that can be omitted from a sentence. This clause can be omitted because it only contains additional information. When this additional information is omitted, it will not change the meaning or essence of the sentence. For the examples, first, my mother, who is an excellent cook, is thinking of opening a restaurant. Second, I'm planning to grow roses, which I find quite beautiful. The last one is I'm driving across the country with three small children, which is going to be stressful. When a noun becomes the object of a preposition, the noun and the preposition are moved to the front of the relative clause. In more casual English, generally only the pronoun is moved. Example, I hope I hear from the person with whom I spent horse talking last night. Second, I hope to hear from the person whom I spent hours talking with last night. The example who or whom. Who is used and the explain is who is used when the noun phrase being replaced is in the subject position of the sentence. Whom is used when it is from the complement position. If you have difficulty deciding whether who or whom should be used, remember. And there is the rule with that. Who plus verb and whom plus noun. For the example, consider the following sentence. The men are angry. The second example, the men are in this room. For the next example, this sentence can also be considered as the men who are in this room are angry. The men are angry. I don't like the men. The men, I don't like the men. For the meaning, are angry. The men whom I don't like are angry. For the next material is adverb clauses and explained by Ainun Hayatun.
Verb clauses. Adverb clauses are dependent that function as adverb. They may come at the beginning or in the middle or at the end of the sentence. It is the subordinate conjunction beginning the adverb clauses that indicate the various relationship of the information in the adverb clauses to that in the main clauses. And next, adverb clauses of time. Adverb clauses of time place action in shared perspective. Usually, the time of the place of and the reason for the action or even start in the main clauses. Sub- Subordinate conjunction. Time. For example, when, while, before, after, since, until, whenever, as long as, and as. Place. For example, where, wherever. And reason, for example, cause, as, since. And first, do not make the use of the subordinate conjunction of adverbs of time and place. And second, use because to begin an adverb clause and because of to begin a phrase. First, as I was walking home, it began to rain. Second, I will never speak to him again as long as I live. Three, whenever I see her, I say hello. And four, I haven't seen him since he left this morning. And next, explain Bunda Nurjaman.
Thank you, Inan. Adverb clauses of condition, contrast, and manner. Adverb clauses of conditions show the coordinate to be fulfilled for the action or event in the main clauses to or not to happen. Adverb clauses of contrast text contrasting ideas to those of the main clauses, and adverb clauses of manner inform how or by what means the active or event that in the main clauses of observe. Subordinate conjunction. Condition include if, unless, on condition that, profit or profiting that, whether, blah 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 or not, in the event that, and in case that. Contrast include conceit or thought, even thought, descriptive phrase that, in place of the fact that, and then adversative while, and then whereas. In the left manner include as if, and then thought, and less as. Strategies 1. Use the correct but subordinate conjunction for adverb clauses of condition, contrast, and manner. 2. Do not confuse instead of with respect of begin present. For example, 1. Mary is smart while Joe is lazy. 2. If it's sunny tomorrow, I will use sunscreen to my face and my body. 3. I'm going to go swimming tomorrow, whether or not it is cold. And the last 4. The people treat an actress as if she were a queen. Thank you. And next, Dr. Suriana.
Okay, for the next material, we will presentation about adverb clauses of purpose, result, and comparison. Adverb clauses of purpose show the purposes of the actions mentioned in the main clauses. Adverb clauses of result describe the result of the actions stated in the main clauses. And adverb clauses of comparison compare people, things, or actions, whether they are equal or unequal in degree or value or quality with those stated in the main clauses. For the purpose, be used by that, in order that, so that, for the purpose that. For the use about result, so plus adjective or adverb, so adding adjective slash adverb, adding that, such, or a noun, adding that, and so that. For the comparison, you can add as, add plus adjective or adverb, plus as or not, and so plus adjective slash adverb, and adding as to. The same as adjective, adding or adverb, and plus then more adjective or adverb at then. For the strategies, one, you can use subordinate conjunctions correctly for adverb clauses of manner, comparison, and result. Number two, pay attention to the use of auxiliary verbs used in adverb clauses of comparisons. For example, I rushed over breakfast so that I would be late. It was such a boring lecture that everybody fell asleep. She walked as quickly as her brother. Radio programs are not as interesting as TV programs. You can see, we bold that word with for you. and will that will be easy for you to understand it. Okay, that is our presentation. uh, Thank you very much for attention and goodbye.